always listen feedback. Why, Western video game devs, why wouldn't you refuse to listen to your feedback and constructive criticism? I say this because take a look what happened with The Last of Us Part 2. Neil Druckmann couldn't handle the criticism. What he do? Copyright strike channels who just give them a slight bit of criticism. This is what happens when you involve with Sweet Baby Inc. or any other consultancy firm. Then you gaslight people when they give you feedback because you know better than anyone, which no, gamers are the one who owns you. I mean, did you know that voting with your wallet is a thing? In this time, everyone is now voting with their wallet. Yeah, they're voting with their wallet because of practices like, say, Unknown 9, which by the time of this upload, yeah, it's about one more day, which I'm probably certain the review score has already kicked in, probably giving a high score, a 7 or an 8. That's just me. But let's move on for that. Why is it? The First Descendant is now listening to feedback. Here, let me show you. This is from Games Radar. First Descendant publisher says game developers need to be focusing on users' feedback, not looking at old data if they want to make great games. Okay, we all know about this, but let's focus on this one. As reported by Automaton, Nexon CEO Yong-Hyun Park described why feedback is always valuable in recent interview by 4Gamer. When asked the studio assess any potential games, Park reveals a process that involves users' direct opinions rather than an analysis of marketing data or profit prediction. Okay, that's a good win. This is partially due to the lack of prior solid examples of similar releases looked back to, at least in South Korea. Park state that if it's an MMO RPG, we can roughly imagine how well it will perform. However, when it comes to titles like Blue Archive or The First Descendant, neither my company nor I personally have experience making and releasing such games to the market, and even in Korea, this kind of games have hardly made up until now. Consider the lack of data, Nexon preferred to run with the project without any defined perform forecast. Well, that's a risky move, but let's continue forward. According to Park, this applies to the company's production process even with the title costs $70 million or more. With an absence of pre-existing data isn't only the reason, he simply doesn't trust the numbers while trying to assess the game's potential success. We prefer to look to the raw voice of users instead. Wow. Working backwards based on the profit you want to achieve with your game used to work fine in the past when production costs were low. Development costs are gradually increasing though, which true, as well as errors in the numbers can accumulate. You can find your games fall apart at release. This is why he believes that focusing on users' feedback is the most reliable method at the moment. While Nexon may not know how much money we can make or they can make by developing certain games, but we can get a feeling as to what kind of game will make users happy. That's good. Even in the middle of development and collecting feedback, company will still do it. Feedback may not be able to provide developers with direct data about the numbers downloaded or purchases they can expect. How they can find out whether users would like to play our game comes back to it. We choose to believe in this and run with it. While that's a good choice, just remember one thing about live service. There's already a live service game such as Fortnite, PUBG, Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Destiny, and many others. So what did Nexon do that separates them from other live service? Well, for starters, like they say, they listen to users' feedback. And most importantly, if I had to make a guess, Nexon must have seen every holiday seasons that either Destiny or perhaps even Apex have done, because I'm confident they knew about Destiny's Pride celebration and what they do in summer. They are now releasing summer outfits for summer. You know, vacation bikinis. Now they're releasing Halloween, which I don't think Destiny did do Halloween, but I could be wrong on that one. Now I don't know if Nexon make International Women's Day, which I don't think they need to because they have sexy female characters. They don't need to. I believe what Nexon said is true. Look, you have to listen to feedback. This is similar to a YouTube channel. In order for you to success, you have to listen to your feedback. Even though there isn't any feedback, for me, I will look at it. I will see, why is it not performing the way I want it to? What can I improve? It's the real reason why in my second channel, I made content almost every day, because what I want to do, I want to experiment. Remember, I'm still a small YouTuber. I want to experiment because they say when you're a small YouTuber, you can't take risks. You want to experiment. You want to know what idea or what topic resonate with your audience. But most importantly, what topics can collect either new audience and return audience, because these two things matters. So that's why we need feedback. Even if there isn't, just looking at the numbers, yeah, it works, but sometimes you have to make your own decision. But most importantly, never ever gaslight your audience. You do that, your audience is gonna check out 100%. Always listen to constructive criticism. This is what any Western video game devs lack, who are still, using Sweet Baby Inc. But for Asian, they don't. Most of them at least. But not all, but most. Some are still using Sweet Baby Inc. like Square Enix and Bandai Namco. But that's here nor there. There are some people who are going against them, mainly in Asia. Kudos to them, and including Nexon as well. Leave a like and subscribe. If you want any woke or anti-woke detected, visit my second channel up here or link in the description.